Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Look, Wrestling 101, classes in session. Pay attention to the teachings, that's from Andrew and Derek. I mean, these guys making a killing with no competition. Dynamic duo better than the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys. Everybody make some noise, mess with them, you get destroyed. They cannot be beat, take a seat. Watch them do they thing on the MIC. Face defeat, they cannot be seen like JC. Oh my goodness, it's a killing spree.
What's up? It's your girl Faith the Lioness, and you are listening to Wrestling IQ 101.
Hey everyone, this is Andrew from Wrestling IQ 101. When I'm not hosting our podcast, I'm usually at collarandelbowbrand.com. That's right, Collar and Elbow is the only place that combines wrestling with street attire. And I know what you're thinking, I want to look fashionable too, and I also want to save 10%. So head over to collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code WIQ101 and look fashionable and save some money. And now, on with the show. Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Wrestling IQ 101. I'm Andrew, and you can follow Wrestling IQ 101 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wrestling IQ 101. You can listen to us on YouTube or on iTunes if you type in Wrestling IQ 101 or the B Plus Player Network. And today I'm sitting with WOW's very own Joey B. Man, how's it going tonight?
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. You know, I'm super excited because this is the 12th anniversary show of Warriors of Wrestling, and where can people get tickets if they want to come to this event?
Well, there's a few different ways. You can pre-order them at warriorsofwrestling.com. That reserves, especially if you want front row. Mm-hmm. You could actually purchase them at the fun station. You go to the front desk, they have tickets there. Or you can wait to the night of the show and buy them right at the door.
Sure, and that's going to be, right in Staten Island. All you have to do is just go on to 3555 Victory Boulevard at the Funtime Station, and you don't want to miss the action of WOW. That's December 14th of this year. Mm-hmm. Yep. And what an amazing card, what an amazing lineup. You're notorious for bringing in some of the biggest stars. Last month, you had Road Dogg and so many other legends and stuff like that. But this is a special show because I think the first match that comes to my mind is definitely Tyree versus the frat boy Farva. I mean, that's going to be a great matchup for sure.
Tyree's awesome. I mean, he's like a bulldozer. Mm-hmm. We're trying to do him and Rhino. Unfortunately, in January, we're trying to do that. Mm-hmm. But Rhino's out of the country. I think that would be a great matchup. But yeah, Tyree is just running through everybody right now. He's a monster. He just wrestled Casey Lennox and Mike Harvey in Intergender Warfare back in November in Brooklyn.
Absolutely. I mean, what a tear. I mean, I think fans are in for a treat for that match for sure. Another match that I think people are really going to be looking forward to is, Chris Steeler, who's a veteran of the game, versus Steve Anthony. I mean, that's going to be a hard-hitting matchup for sure.
Well, Steve Anthony's a former, in fact, literally just lost the WildKat Sports, the Caucasus promotion down in Louisiana. He just lost their title to Matt Lancey, I think about a month ago. So, yeah, you look at the guy's put together. Chris Steele, no slouch, former two-time Warriors Wrestling heavyweight champion, former No Limits champion here in Warriors Wrestling. So that is going to be a hell of a match.
Yeah, I mean, Steve has something to prove, and hopefully, hopefully this is going to be a great match. I think people are going to really want to turn into that one for sure.
Andrew, there is one correction. I don't know if you have it in front of you. Matt Lancey, who is the current WildKat champion, is injured. He tore his meniscus. He will not be wrestling Vinny Pacifico on December 14th. That will now be Chuck Divine taking his spot. Obviously, the title won't be on the line because that other guy's not the champion. Yeah. I don't know if you had the updated card in front of you.
No, I didn't know that. But, wow, I mean, what a great matchup because Vinny Pacifico now is going to have a new test in front of him. And I think don't count the kid out for sure. So.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
Well, he is a part of, he does some stuff with ROH, but, Vinny Pacifico is a talented guy, and he's going to have his hands full that night on December 14th. I
would be very surprised if 2020 is not the year for Vinny.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm rooting for him, too. I mean, but tag team action, I mean, you've had some great tag teams come through Staten Island. But the Midnight Classics versus Team Talent, I mean, that is going to be...
Texas Tornado rules.
Wow. I mean, anything could happen with 4 guys in the ring at the same time. I mean, I don't even know who to pick on this one.
Well, I mean, you could watch their last match from November. It was Team Torment and Isana versus the Classics with Diana Diaz. It's on the full match is up for free on youtube.com/WOWTV Live. It was an exciting match. Team Torment reminds me of the Road Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to pave their way through the Midnight Classics, and that's going to be a tough challenge because these guys, they don't lay down for anybody. I mean, they're coming prepared. I have a feeling. Another matchup that's pretty amazing, but it has such a somber feel to it. But it's great that you guys pay your respects to Frankie Getz, and with that battle royal in his honor. Can you tell us who's in it, or is that we're just gonna have to wait and see?
It's gonna be some old time guys from Warriors Wrestling's past. There's a lot of our students from the training center. And if you go on the Warriors Wrestling Instagram, you can see some of the guys cutting their promos. Some of them are very disrespectful to Frankie Getz too.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, you hate to see somebody.
People want to make names for themselves. That's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame them for trying to go out there and trying to get out there and do that. But at somebody's expense like that, it's pretty terrible and disgusting.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Also, there's going to be some ladies action. Can you tell us about that match?
Nikki Addams is our two-time Warriors Wrestling Women's Champion. She defeated Nyla Rose for it back in May. And she'll be tested in a 3-way against the Ultraviolet. That's a House of Glory standout. And Masha Slamovich, who has been traveling all over the place. So this one, Nikki's been beating everybody. This one, I think she should be worried.
Yeah, I mean, I was there that night. She was crowned the first ever Warriors Wrestling Women's Champion, and I mean...
That was about 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago at the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about an emotional night. I mean, she went through some of the best women in the whole entire world, and...
She did, but I'll tell you what, the girls that are out there today, like Violette and Masha, and like girls like Kato, and if them girls were in there...
Yeah, I mean... No slouches in the women's department, and Nikki Addams is going to have her hands full for sure. So, you definitely want to make the ride out there and to make sure you see this epic card so far. And we're not even done. There's so much more going on here that night. Tony Paige versus TJ Marconi. I mean, the
TJ Marconi is back in Warriors of Wrestling, and he's on the tear. He's a monster. He is. He's not here to make friends. He's not here to appease people. He's here to win matches and probably wants to win gold. He's a former resident of Staten Island, so it's kind of his hometown. He's looking to go through Tony Paige, who's been out with an injury, but last year he main evented the anniversary show. And TJ Marconi's not here to make friends. Like I said, he's here to take care of business.
Yeah, he's the public enemy, enemy number one.
Public enemy number one.
I've seen those vignettes. I've seen him up close and personal. TJ Marconi might be the best big guy going today. So
he's a very big guy.
Yeah, that's for sure. But he gets the job done. I mean, champion some other companies, and this is another interesting matchup. You got Teddy Hart versus Serpentico versus Dexter versus Mantis. I mean, fatal four-way. Yeah, fatal four-way action. I grew up on JP, so I'm going to give you my pick, and that's Teddy Hart.
Well, I mean, this is a big test for Dexter. He's one of our students at the training center. Teddy Hart is considered one of the best wrestlers in the world. Serpentico is Serpentico is, I believe, one of the trainers at the Dudley's Team 3 dojo in Florida.
Yeah. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Everybody there, like you said, Dexter has a test, but, I saw him, just last week at Pro Wrestling After Dark. I mean, but he held his own with some of those standouts, like Mike Dell.
I dropped him off there. I didn't stay. I had to had some other things to do. But I heard the match was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, what a great guy. I mean, you're in the ring with guys like Joe Gacy and Ricky Reyes. I mean, that's an awesome testament so young in his career, and he did an awesome job for sure.
Good.
Can you tell us about the match that Prolific is going to be in?
Yep. Boku Dow and Jay Spade versus the Rocks twins, I believe it said. They're from Canada.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to be Marcus Marquis and Isaiah Wolf fractured his ankle yesterday, so now be Mr. Grimm, the bodyguard for hire in that match.
Well, I mean, that's he's gonna body bag somebody, Mr. Grimm. Are you sure you want to bring him to Staten Island?
He's been there before, and he's awesome. I really enjoy. I really enjoy watching him.
I love Mr. Grimm too, but I mean, he always lays out his opponents, and what a fantastic guy to bring. And I can't wait to see what he does in that.
And
match.
I'm sure Isaiah Wolf will be wandering around ringside and Amanda Grace as well.
Well, I mean, you gotta be there for your boys, right? So,
I guess.
Yeah. And then, of course, Darius Carter will be defending his WoW Heavyweight Championship. Can you tell us a little bit about that match?
Yeah, I mean, Neff used to be aligned with Carter.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of got backstabbed by Carter, and Carter sent his goons after him throughout the year. He kept ducking them.
Mm-hmm.
JustNeph won the Ultimate Survival back in July. That made him the number one contender for this match. And, now he's finally going to get his hands on Carter. In fact, at the last show, Carter refused to even wrestle in the tag match. He sent Abdul Nasir out there to take for Violette against Jordan Grace and JustNeph. But there's going to be nowhere to hide this time. The title's on the line.
Yeah, there's nowhere to run for Darius Carter, and then he's going to have his hands full for sure. And what's supposed to be a great matchup, and you said it's been building all year, and it culminates here, and it ends here at Victory Road, 3555 Victory Boulevard, and
Staten Island.
Yep, Staten Island, the Fun Time Station for the 12th anniversary show. I mean, Joey, where can people get WoW on Facebook? I mean, on Facebook or social media.
So WarriorsOfWrestling.com is our website. Warriors of Wrestling on Facebook. Warriors of Wrestling on Instagram. WOW Pro.
Hey guys, thanks again for listening to Wrestling IQ 101. Remember, you can listen to Wrestling IQ 101 right here on YouTube or on iTunes by typing in Wrestling IQ 101 or across all platforms on the B Plus Player Network. And remember, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wrestling IQ 101. And we will see you guys very soon.